Hello, I'm Len Lindsay at my ISS Vanguard, and we're going to look at how to travel from sector to sector in the game. Your planet is shown on 2 pages in the Planetopedia. You travel from sector to sector. There are lines between the sectors, and let's look at how you can tell what the costs are for traveling. Here we see the picture of a spend a die icon connecting these 2 sectors. That means to travel on that path, you need to spend 1 die. To spend 1 die, you would take 1 die from your available dice and you would spend it and put it in your spent pool over on the right side of your crew board. Another icon to look for between paths is a danger die icon. There's a letter inside that yellow gold icon. It's really, really tiny. Some people didn't even know that a letter was there. That is indicating which category to look at on the danger die reference card when you roll the danger die, which is there. The danger die reference card has categories, and you would use the category as indicated by the letter on that icon. One last icon on a travel path is this little hiking crew member. That means in order to travel on that path, you need to look at the lower right corner of the Planetopedia pages where you find your global conditions. The global conditions will have someplace that tells you what your travel costs are. That will vary as you play on that planet. Conditions of the planet will vary, so the travel will vary. One more thing I'm going to explain about traveling. If you look at this travel path, you see on this side there's an arrow pointing into the path from the sector. So if my guy is on this sector, I can travel out because the arrow points out away from my sector. I can travel over to here. This is sector 5, and I would be currently in sector 6. So I could go from sector 6 to sector 5 because the arrow lets me join that path as long as I pay the cost. Later, when I'm in sector 6, I would not be able to come back because look at the symbol at the beginning of the path. That's a do not enter symbol. That means I can't enter that path. So my guy cannot enter the path. I can't use sector cards to override that or anything else. It is not allowed. I'm going to pan over to look at Jope from day 23 of the stories from the countdown. In the stories that I wrote in the 24 days before the first person received their game, it was like a countdown from when it was leaving the factories and being put on ships to when they first received their game. It took 24 days. I wrote 24 stories for those 24 days, and it's part of a book that I made for ISS Vanguard. For the Awaken Realms team that created ISS Vanguard. And inside this book, let's look for Jope. He's on day 23. In my story that I wrote for him, he was the thief in the kitchen. He got caught stealing food. Levi O'Connor, who's the chaplain, he said for his penance he should help VR with the meals for the rest of the week. I also invented the character VR, Victoria. Okay, that's it for now. This has been Len Lindsay at my ISS Vanguard.